Hello, how are you? My name is Nzenga, and I'm the host of this podcast where we have guests who come and say what they do or what they did. So, as we said, the name is English Learners Podcast, right? So, we invite here people who are learning English or learned English, and they come here to tell you what they did in order to get to speak or what they're doing in order to improve their English as they're in the process of learning this language. And our guest of today is here, and I'm going to let him introduce himself. I'm not going to say his name. And then after that, we can tell you about what he does and what he did in order to improve his English.
Yes, Jazimo, aka Boy Speed. I'm here to inspire you and so that you can learn English. Yes,
Okay. When did you start learning English?
as before 2 years.
Before 2 years ago.
Yes,
Okay. We are in 2024, which means by 2022 or 2021, right?
yes, of course, you're right.
Okay. That's good. That's good. How did you start?
It was difficult, but through barriers, I got it. Yes.
hmm when you started, what was the first thing to do? Where did you go, or what did you do, or what book did you read?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, that's good. A good question. So
Yeah.
what I did is like I used to read books. I'm talking about there a book which called Swarm.
Song.
Yes, Swarm.
Oh.
You can take that book as advantage to read.
hmm
There are grammar that you can follow strategies
Okay.
stage by stage.
Okay.
You read and you can get some words and new vocabulary. Living apart, you can also watch movies in English and watch videos in English in order to get pronunciation and a main thing. So this is one of strategy that I used to do to in order to get English and to learn English.
Okay.
Yes,
Good. Good. And so far, as you can see, his English has improved a lot. And I think this required some big effort from you, or no?
of course, you are
Yeah.
right.
Right. Now, when people are in this process of learning English,
Yes,
most people I find, right, as we are Africans and some other people who are not Africans but they're in their countries, but their countries where it's hard to find people to speak English. Well, I don't say it's hard, right, but
yes.
sometimes it is. So, how can you find people to talk to you in English? Because I hear this a lot. People say it's hard to find people to talk or to speak English with me, right? So, do you have any tip or an idea?
Yes, I have an idea. So yeah, it's very easy to find people to talk to them. So
Mm,
you can there are many strategies that you can use to talk to people. So
mm,
one of the strategies you can maybe watch movies or videos in English. This is one of the strategies that you can use in order to have interaction with them. So while you're watching this, it can help you to catch main words or to have one of a direction of words. So another thing that I would like to suggest is like that. If you find somebody who speaks English, you can take his number or as if he's your friend, you create group on WhatsApp. You create on WhatsApp group. Yes, guys who speaks English in order to have interaction to each other, so that you can interact day by day.
okay,
Yes,
good, good. And I think you have a friend who's not from here.
yes,
Yeah, and who's not from here. He's American, right?
you are right. Yes.
Yeah, yeah. And the other thing we find is accent. For example, it's hard to understand people, let's say from America, the native speakers, right?
Yes.
It's hard to understand them. People claim about this a lot. And
Yes.
what's your strategy to understand this kind of people? Like, to
Oh.
make it easy, because the accent is different, right, from ours.
So myself, what I discovered is that
Mm,
when they speak with you who are a little bit down in terms of English,
Yeah,
they
yeah.
used to decrease their language.
Oh,
They don't speak like the way they speak among themselves.
okay.
So they decrease a little bit in order to get the same level.
Yeah,
So when they speak among themselves, they speak like hardly.
yeah.
That's why even when I'm talking to them or to him,
Mhm.
I can understand and talk to him to be understood very well. So this is one of strategy that they use. So
Okay.
you can find the other one
Mm.
who came maybe for a few time from America.
Mhm.
He is not able to decrease. He
Yeah.
just speaks like he speaks like he is with his friend.
Yeah,
So this one of difficult that I used to get, but I'm trying to improve in order to get
yeah.
very well.
Yeah, yeah,
Yes,
yeah. Okay. So in this, I think as you said, if you find one of them,
yes,
it can be that they will decrease
accent.
their
Yes,
accent, right?
yes, yes.
In order to make it easy for you to
Of course,
understand them,
yes,
right? So let's say you mentioned about movies, right?
yes.
In the movies, the guys they don't decrease.
Of course,
so
yes, you're right.
so this in these conditions, like, what's your strategy to understand?
So what you have to do is just to
Hmm.
practice listening
Okay.
every time.
Hmm.
Yes, after you practice every time, you are going to catch something, and
Hmm.
after time, you can get it.
Okay.
So yes,
You said, well, after time, which
yes,
means it takes time, right?
yes.
It's not like you start today and next week you are ready,
No,
right?
yes, yes,
Oh, that's
yes.
good. That's good. How about vocabulary? How, I think, as a language,
Mm.
there's so much vocabulary, which means there's so many words, and every day you may be finding new words.
Yes.
Do you have any tip in order to like be improving your vocabulary every day, or any time you wish to do that?
Yes, what is necessary is just like you want, there is no need to be less. You
Hmm.
have to be active.
Okay.
Yes, whenever you see something new, you
Yeah.
have to ask for vocabulary or to the meaning of that word.
Yeah.
If you just see and leave, you
Mm.
want to get more vocabulary.
Okay.
So you have to be active in order to get new vocabulary. There are active vocabulary and passive vocabulary.
Okay.
Active vocabularies are those which we speak day by day. So
Okay.
passive
Okay.
vocabulary are those which we speak uh, not more frequent today. So
Yeah. Yeah.
so you have to do your effort in order to get those active.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So they can help you to speak better English.
Good.
Yes.
Good. That is a good one there.
Yeah.
That is a good one.
Yeah.
And music.
Yes.
I like something because when I started learning English
Yes.
and I was just becoming like in love with this.
Yeah.
Like I used to listen to those English songs, and
Yes.
I'm like, I'm just alone who listens to this. But the more I find people like you
Yeah.
and other people, right? I see that you keep listening to songs in English.
You are right.
Why? Why do you do that? Does it help anyway, like to improve your English?
Yes, and I forgot to mention this one of the strategies that can help you to improve your English.
Okay.
So by listening music,
Yeah.
you can catch new words or you can hear new words and you will be like, how come this, what does it mean?
Okay.
You go and search. If you get the dictionary,
Yeah. Yeah.
you search the words and then you can discover what does it mean. Or you can first you can see the
Mhm.
lyrics and then you listen with the lyrics
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
order to get something.
Okay.
Yes,
So you are saying with music there are so many advantages.
you are
You
right.
get new vocabulary, right?
Yes, yes,
And you practice your listening
yes,
because
effective listening.
if people are singing, they need to say the words, right?
Yes, yes,
So which means you will listen to that.
yeah,
Yeah. And as you said, if you find new vocabulary, it's necessary you make effort in order to understand it.
yes, yes,
And you mentioned the dictionary there, right?
yes,
Um, I hear so many people sometimes they're like, I don't need a dictionary. Do you
yeah.
think a dictionary is important to improve your English?
Yes,
Yeah.
it's very important
Yeah.
because
Mhm.
through dictionary,
Mm.
through dictionary, you can search new words. For example, you
Yeah,
want to
yeah.
improve your vocabulary.
Hmm.
So let's say that you want to know what is, for example, what does it mean your shirt?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So this shirt you don't know in English how does it mean. So you if you get the dictionary of Portuguese and English.
Hmm.
So you search in Portuguese and to know what does it mean in English. So
Yeah,
this
yeah,
can
yeah.
help you to improve your vocabulary.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Good, good. I see that so many people
Yeah.
underestimate that. But even in this, like today,
Yeah.
these days, right? Like currently, I'm still using dictionary in order to improve my
Yes.
English.
Yes.
Yeah,
Also, there are
yeah.
dictionary which called diction.
Diction,
This the only for English.
diction. Can you spell that?
D
Uh-huh.
I
Yeah.
C
Mm-hmm.
T.
Yeah.
No, it's dict. Dict.
Dict.
Sorry, yeah, dict.
Yeah.
I think so. Am
Yeah.
I right?
Is he right?
Intent.
Intent.
Intent. Oh
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
he's right. Yes,
Yeah.
I was far from
He's another
understanding.
expert.
Intent.
Mm.
Yes.
Yeah.
Intent.
Yeah.
This is one of dictionary that can help you to improve your English because you find on the English.
Okay.
You search, for example, what is food.
Mhm.
It's explained
It gives
everything.
you the details in
Yes.
other words.
Of course.
Yeah, it gives
Yes.
you examples and
Yes.
it will just give you the context and you
You are,
understand.
yes.
Yeah, so which means if you don't want to use another language, like
Yeah.
you can use a dictionary that is only in English, right?
Of course.
Okay.
Yes.
How about mistakes?
Mistakes.
Yes, because I see so many people like I can't speak because I'm afraid of the mistakes. Do you make mistakes?
Yes, I do.
Then how do you deal with them? With the mistakes, because there are so many people who say I'm learning years, but they're still waiting. They are still like taking time. They're taking months and months without uh, making the move, like to speak to people. And how should they face them? Like, or how do you face the mistakes?
Yes, for my thinking, I think there is no need of be afraid of making mistake
Yeah,
because mistake is one of weakness. So
yeah,
if you are afraid, you won't learn.
yeah.
So just face you face main barriers, main things in order to get what you want.
Yeah,
If you are afraid of making mistakes, so you won't get what you want.
yeah,
So yes,
yeah. Which means you need to do it.
yes, to try to
Yeah,
do yes,
yeah.
like I can do it. You
Yeah,
go there. Yes,
yeah. And even like I don't remember anything that
yes,
I did,
yes,
and out of that I got something good, right?
yes,
I
yes,
was like, I'm proud of this. I made it without being afraid, but
yes,
I had to do it anyway.
of course.
And I think after you do it, sometimes yeah, you make mistakes, and when you make mistakes, sometimes you find bad people. What do I mean by bad people? Like you make a mistake, they laugh at you, right?
Yes,
Or
yes.
they say something just to discourage you.
Yeah.
And this happens, but you need to continue, right? Because also what we have to realize is
Yeah.
that after you make that mistake, you don't die, right?
You are right.
Yes,
Yes.
especially English. I'm not talking about other stuff.
Yes.
But when we talk about English, you make a mistake, you are not going to die
You are right.
unless you
Yes.
have a heart attack,
Of
maybe.
course. Yes.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So how about motivation? Are there any days you feel unmotivated or you felt unmotivated and thought about giving up?
It happened when I was beginner.
Okay, okay.
Yes, but nowadays that's I'm trying to speak English.
Hmm.
There is no way of giving up because
Yeah.
for each day I'm trying to improve my English in order to get a fluent.
Yeah.
So I don't think I'm not thinking to give up.
Yeah.
I just want to improve my English.
Okay.
Yes.
That's very positive, which means if you start, right, it's possible, as he said,
Yes.
when he was at the start,
Yes.
it was very like common to stay unmotivated, but
Yes.
he didn't give up. He continued, and now he never thinks about quitting
Yeah.
because you are on the right speed, right?
Yes,
As you
I'm on
said,
the way.
he's the boy speed.
Yes.
Yes, and he's at the right speed. And when you are at that speed,
Yeah.
you don't want to stop. Yes, you don't want to stop. Yeah, you don't want to stop. That's very good. Very, very good. Now, Uh, if you were a beginner, if
Yes,
you were starting to learn English today, like
yes,
all this time, like you were just desiring, like you were just wishing to start learning, and yeah, but you still haven't started yet, and you want to start, where would you start? I know you're already speaking it, but if you were starting again, where would you start?
yes. It could depend. If I had money, I could go to
Mm.
English schools.
Oh, good.
Yes, there
So
are one
you
of
mean you believe joining the school can
yes,
help you?
yes,
Yeah.
yes. There are one of teachers
Hmm.
that I trust on him.
Hmm.
It's called Zeng.
Oh,
Yes, he's
yeah,
the
yeah,
one of the best.
yeah,
Even if myself I learned from him,
yeah,
and also I could approach
yeah.
those guys who speak
Hmm.
English,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
so that I could uh, try to learn something.
yeah,
So this one of such that I could follow if
yeah,
I were a beginner.
yeah.
Yes,
And these people who already speak English,
yes,
you talk about approaching them.
yes.
Where would you find them?
It depends. If you are interested of something,
Yeah.
you can find.
Okay.
Yes,
Oh yeah,
yes,
that's good.
yes,
And let's say you've started, maybe this is your third month or sixth month,
yes.
maybe second year,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
While
yeah.
learning, what are the two practices that if you do these things every day, they are going to change your English?
Practice that I could do for each day in order to
Yes.
change my
Yeah,
English.
it's not your first time
Ah,
learning, right?
yes,
You've you've done it for months,
yes,
even 1 year,
yeah,
but you still think like I have to improve.
yeah.
Then do you recommend only two things that you could do and skyrocket your English?
I think the first one
Uh-huh.
I could every morning
Yeah.
wake up with podcast of English, listen in
Hey,
English.
wake up every morning
Yes,
to
I could listen English
to listen to,
conversation.
yeah, yeah,
Yes, I could listen English conversation, so
yeah, yeah.
so that I could improve my English.
Mm-hmm.
That
Mm-hmm.
through this podcast I could improve my listening,
Mm-hmm.
my yeah, I could increase my vocabulary.
Yeah, yeah,
Say
yeah.
yes, and the second one is
Mm-hmm.
just to approach those guys who
Mm-hmm.
speak
Yeah,
English,
yeah,
so
yeah,
that I can practice my English.
yeah.
I can try to speak every time in order
Mm-hmm.
to get yes or to
Yeah,
be friends.
yeah.
Yes,
And something else there, right? When you say, for example, about listening to the podcast,
yes,
yeah, like when you listen to the podcast, you are not only learning English,
yes,
you are also learning about other things.
yes,
I see that I learned so much by just listening to the podcast.
yes,
Do you agree with that?
yes. I agree.
Yeah. So we're not going to go further here. If you want him to repeat another time, you can say there that you would like to see him again, and we will organize any other time to have this podcast again, so that he can tell you more things that he does.
Yeah.
Right. So I would like to thank you a lot for accepting this invitation. And yes, let's inspire the people who want to improve their English, because and one thing I almost forgot.
Yeah.
Why are you learning? Why do you want to improve your English?
Oh, English is the tools that we can use
Oh yeah,
in order to get many things. So
yeah.
I would like to get many countries.
Hmm.
I'm talking about abroad countries.
Yeah, yeah,
Yes. So I would like to go to the America.
yeah,
I would like to go to many countries
yeah,
out of this our country. So,
yeah. Hmm.
so through English, I can get there because I can use this English to talk to them, or
Yeah.
I can even be as a businessman.
Okay.
So through businessman, I
Yeah.
can get maybe South Africa
Okay.
or many countries
Yeah.
in order to talk to them, to
Yeah.
have an interaction with
Hmm.
them. So
Hmm.
English is one of the best way. So through English also,
Hmm.
in our country, there are many companies that they need guys who speak English. So
Hmm.
I can be one of them.
Yeah.
Yes. So
thank you, as I said, thank you for being here.
Yeah.
And yeah,
Yeah.
what any other message you want to tell the people who are learning English, or this is enough?
I think it's now because many
Yeah,
things I spoke and then I
yeah,
have no many things to tell them. So
yeah,
what I'm saying is that just like I thank you for invitation.
yeah.
Yes.
Thank you too.
Okay.
Bye. See
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
See you again. If you want to see more videos like this, don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to give us a like and comment there, like about what you think about these videos.
Yeah.
Bye.
Yeah, yeah.